All right, welcome back, guys, to the Fantasy Football Podcast of In Memory of Tebowing League. I'm your host, Trav, here with Ben. Ben, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, Travis. How you doing?
Doing well, man. Remaining undefeated, so life's good in the Tebow League. But we got our special guest, Barry. Barry, how you feeling tonight, buddy?
I feel okay, just okay.
Just okay. All right.
You want to elaborate on those feelings?
I mean, there's the good and the bad and the ugly for my team, right? So, I mean, the bad being I'm in 10th place on a 4-game losing streak. Actually, that's the ugly. The bad is I've got a lot of injuries. Lamar Jackson, Hampton, so I'm struggling there. Pearsall. The good, though, I'm fifth in points for. And my injury should only last a couple weeks as opposed to a couple months. So hopefully we'll get back in it.
All right, there's some light at the end of the tunnel. I'm excited to hear more about that.
We'll see.
I mean, all you gotta do is get a ticket, right? Like, you just get a ticket to the dance. Who knows what happens then?
Yeah,
fantasy's crazy that way.
Hey, on that topic, I'm 1-4, but there's 4 teams ahead of me that are 2-3. So a win this week and the proper amount of losses puts me right in 6th place, right in the playoffs.
Right back in contention.
Absolutely.
Right back
Absolutely.
in contention.
A little bit of life, just a smidge.
We're only halfway through the season, too.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah.
Thing with this league, though, if anybody not in the league is listening to this, it's 11-week regular season, and we do 2-week playoffs with a bye week for a team. So it's 6 teams in total get in, and we do 2-week playoffs all the way to week 17. So the regular season's a lot shorter than your typical like fantasy league season, probably stretching out to like week 14, week 15, give or take. But just a little insight so you kind of understand what we're talking about here. But let's get back into the boom players of the week. We're going to talk about my guy, Rico Dowdle, RB1, baby. Give you a little highlight here.
Oh, man. Staying on his feet after that. Picking up an extra, 30 yards?
Look at this. Bang!
Yeah. Strong run.
Wow.
Rico Dowdle, no doubt off the waiver wire to give you 32 points on like 200 yards rushing. Like, that's some Derrick Henry stats, right?
That's got to be the best feeling ever, to pick somebody up off the waiver wire and immediately benefit from an insane gain like that, putting up 35 points.
Well, that's the hope
he was
of
in the
why
starting
you bid.
lineup, right?
He was in Channing's starting lineup. Yes, he
Yes.
was.
Yeah, he did.
He almost upset Austin. Like, Austin 5-0 powerhouse. Channing finally gets back and almost upset him.
I got to say, week to week, Channing made obviously the most improvements. He comes back, hops right back in the manager seat with his team, working with what he got. I haven't seen any trades come out just yet. Definitely made some waiver moves. And did he make a trade?
Made a trade with me. I sent him Michael Carter for a backup quarterback. He had 4 on his roster. I needed one. So
there you go. Yeah,
trade.
he did have a lot of quarterbacks, but already right back in the mix of it. And if he wasn't playing against, Austin Thorpe, he probably would have walked away with a win.
I agree. All right, Ben, give us your bust player of the week, buddy.
Couple bust players of the week. The first, I'm going to go with James Cook, mostly because this is a top performing running back. He was running back like number 3 going into the week.
Yeah.
He was averaging 23 points per week for the first 4 weeks, and then he puts up just a measly 4.9 this past week. I gotta, I hate it. Right, as a Cook owner in another league, I hate it.
Look at it. It's highlighted
Patriots
right here.
fan, I love to see that we shut them down.
I mean, 20. He wasn't his lowest performing game was 21.
This is the first time he's less than 20.
Yeah.
First week less than 20. So quite a big bust, mostly from a guy that we just had really high expectations because of what we've seen him do week to week. He's one of those guys that you put in your lineup and you go, yeah, I'm at least getting 15. Right. And so to come out and give you 4, 5, that's a tough week. Now, on the opposite side of that, my second bust player is a guy that we hadn't seen perform, but seemed like he kind of had everything to gain in Arizona's backfield. And he did not really make much of it, being Amari DeMarcado.
All right. I got a little clip for you here.
Oh, breakaway.
Wow.
This was going to be a 72-yarder, 76-yarder.
Yep.
Something like that.
Boop.
And what's he do?
Safety.
Complete.
Out of the back of the end zone.
Complete rookie mistake.
Let me get to
it's like Chad Powers.
I mean, he punches it out. Like, does he punch it out or does he let it go?
I know.
Is what the crazy part
it does
is.
look.
It's
It does
way
look
down
like
here.
a punch.
He let off the gas though, right?
That was the
And then
biggest
the
thing.
punch
He
comes
didn't
through.
complete the run. He didn't
Let off the
complete the run.
gas. Got
Let off
hawked
the
down,
gas.
man. Never get
Punch
up.
comes through, and you know, I talked to Trey. He picked him up. You know, he was our special guest last week, telling us exactly what he needed to do was basically get some wins. And that was a guy that he got off the waiver and was pretty excited to have him in the starting lineup. Now, I think that cost him 6 or 7 points, maybe a little bit more, because we have some big bonus points for really long. That was a 70+ yarder.
Golly.
And I think Trey lost his matchup by 10
yards.
Points.
Yeah. He would have got a touchdown. Touchdown
and some big play bonuses.
Probably like 4 instead of getting 10, gets 4, and then comes out with a 6-point day and got benched. Like,
yep. That's what I was gonna say, right? Trey Benson now is that?
Trey Benson went on IR. This is backup. Michael Carter.
Yeah.
This is a backup. Okay.
Yep. Michael Carter took that role quickly.
I mean, and the head coach of Arizona got fined $100K. Y'all see that for slapping him, hitting him in the chest.
Hitting him on the chest. Kind of crazy.
They lost the game because of that. Like they scored that touchdown. Game's pretty much stamped and sealed. And instead they gave the Titans their only win of the season. Like I'd be mad too. Like we're professionals. My job's on the line on your performance. So like you're affecting my job performance. So you know I'd be upset too. I mean rightfully so. Right. But there's some soft ass people out there.
The Titans. They also had that freak touchdown, right? That was later after that play.
It was a crazy week for the Titans.
Right, it was an interception to a fumble to a recovery by the Titans in the end zone for a touchdown.
Oh, man.
It was a freak touchdown.
Yeah, that's a disaster.
Your sports gamblers were probably very upset on that game. Like, very upset. I mean, I got them wrong in the pick'em.
Vegas made a lot of money this past week, I saw.
Yeah.
They always do.
That's my 2 busts. Who you got, Travis? Where are we back at?
I'm going to bust team now. I mean, boom team, excuse me, of the week. And I got to give it to my boy Ben. 167. Put a hammer in on Barry. Man, happy doing
sure
you, Dan, B. I didn't even realize that until now. I'm glad you're on.
Second amount points against all season. I'm just getting whooped up on. Whooped up on.
I mean, 111's not a bad week. I mean, I've seen people sneak by with less than that in this league. But Ben here, 26-13, Javonte Williams. What a pickup late round still that's been. Running back 1 production. I think people were drafting him in like the 12th, 13th round. That's a league winner right there.
Yeah, he's locked in now.
He floated around this league, right? Trey started with him. I think Trey started with him, gave him to you, Travis, and you gave him to me.
Highlight of that trade too, just a little insight, is Trey initially put in Jalen Reed of the Packers, and he was like, no, that's too much, and was like, I'll give you Javonte instead. And I ended up accepting Javonte with a package of other players. But initially, he thought Javonte was a lesser player than Reed, and Reed, is IR and a big Packers wide receiver depth room. So Javonte Williams, for someone who's 0-5 now, like imagine him being on his team with Puka. Definitely going to have some wins, I think. So
100%. Yeah, statement year for that guy. He's really got a breakout case.
Is Reed typically the number 1 wide receiver for Green Bay?
I'd say so. Yeah, like fantasy production wise, yeah.
Yeah.
So rightfully so.
Hard
like
say,
I
right?
wanted Reed over Williams, like at the beginning of the season, but that's just fantasy for you, where these guys that we think are just what we know, and then it turns out to be something else. He was a bust in Denver, and now he's gonna probably sign a huge contract in the offseason.
Oh yeah, Cowboys pay.
Not
sometimes.
To Micah though.
Sometimes. You want to hop back to the box scores? I'll give you the bust player or team of the week.
Yeah, let's see
Kiki. It's Kiki coming out in the matchup. That was matchup of the week versus Russell, and there's no other way to put it. He shit the bed. Players just didn't perform. Yeah, there's really not a whole lot going on. He's still making moves. Made a couple trades coming through today.
Today.
He's trying to switch things up, and he has to. He's desperate at this point, right? 2-3, losing to Russell, which was giving your opponent now the advantage. Yeah.
I want to pick on Russell a little bit, though.
We always do, don't we?
It's every week thing. It's a segment that we have here. Pick on
It's been
Russell.
trending. Yeah, it's
9:20. We love it. He doesn't comment about it, but I know he watches because he changes what we say. But 137 this week. 137 went great performance, Russell. But we always talk about his mismanage of his team. What's the trend this week? Is he had 2 players on bye, so it kind of forced him into a decision, and it happened to be a good one. So
yeah, he finally put Debo in. Thank you. I've been trying to trade. You know what? I tried to trade Russell for Debo. I sent him a whole paragraph about how I could give him a good running back. He'd give me a wide receiver. It would help us both out. He said, "You know what? You got a good point. Let me think on it. Let me hit you back or something like that." Never hear anything from him. In the mix of that, I'm trying to get Rachaad White from him because I have Bucky Irving. Then he proceeds to drop Rachaad White without even letting me like give him somebody for him. He just drops Rachaad White. I'm like, ooh, thank you. So I go and snag him. Of course, he goes off and has a great week. But I mean, this guy Russell, he's something else to try to deal with. I'm trying to wheel and deal, and he's not.
He's like he's Marcos, because I've never seen him do a trade. He's Marcos, but he's not public about saying it just doesn't do trades. Marcos will tell you, listen, man, I don't do trades. And he's won the championship. He's good in a league that's highly trading, like involved and competitive. So Marco's good fantasy owner, but Russell will tease you a little bit. Like he'll tell you like, hey, yeah, I'll do some business with you, just to ultimately never hit the accept button.
No, but he's coming up. So he's trending in the positive direction with the win over Kiki, and really not just a win, but a really good a good showing of his talent. 137
what
points.
His team can do
with a couple guys on bye. I think he can make something out of the rest of the season if he can keep it up.
I love Kiki's name, like in 4 we trust, because hey, he did his thing. He tried.
That's exactly right. He's got Dak
he almost gave you half your points. Like,
I mean, yep.
But all right, so those are boom and bust teams and bust players of the week. Ben, what we got next here?
This week, let's throw it over to our special guest of the week, Mr. Barry. Tell us a little bit about your season, your team, and what you're going to try to do going forward.
Okay, it's been tough. It's been really tough. I already told you my current stance: 10th place out of 12 teams on a short regular season, right? It's an 11-week regular season. 5 weeks have gone down. We've got 6 more remaining. I feel like I'm in a must-win situation. I really do. So, I thought I was confident about last week. Then put it to me. I made some bad coaching decisions. I had Sam Darnold in at one time, ended up dropping him, completing a trade with Travis because he sold me on Drake May. That's a hell of a salesman, I'll tell you. So then I go put Drake May in. He fumbles around a little bit, does okay, but missed out on 27, I believe it was, from Darnold.
Man, Darnold was the
Thankfully, I got absolutely whooped by Ben, so I don't have to worry about it. I got spanked, so my decisions were irrelevant when you're playing a team like that. Anyway, so 1-4 now. I feel like I must win. I know we can get in maybe at 6-5. I can afford maybe one more loss, but it feels like must win. So on the waiver this week, and I'm sure we'll pull it up soon, I dropped a bag on a running back because I've got Omar Hampton on IR for the next few weeks. Lamar's going to be out this week, so hopefully I'll get him back in a week or 2. They might stretch him to the bye. I think they've got this week, next, and then a bye. So I might be out Lamar for the next 3 weeks, which is tough. I need Pearsall. I need Pearsall back and healthy because I've been a big fan of his all season. He's got 2 100-yard games in his first 4. So, I mean,
Mac Jones is balling right now, man. Patriot boys here.
I still feel good about him. I do. I don't think he's a 30-point quarterback, but if I can get 20 points out of the spot, I'll be happy. And then I need my other guys to perform, obviously. So,
Breece Hall, talking about May.
Yeah, Drake May.
No, I'm talking about Mac Jones.
He was talking about Mac Jones with the opportunity with Ricky Pearsall.
Mac Jones has been a dog.
I don't even know who that is.
To see his fantasy stats.
I don't know.
Y'all are Patriot boys, so that's why I wanted to bring it up, because that's
don't even know what you're talking about.
Y'all left him in the dirt.
Jones did have a good game. I don't think he's anybody that I'd be rostering and starting on a weekly basis.
I don't know, man. Check this out. 21, 14, 25.
Seems about like the swings I want to avoid.
I don't know if you actually watched
Not everybody's got Baker Mayfield, man. I'm talking to the people that are poor.
I don't want to take away from Mac Jones's performances last week, right? It was pretty sweet. He got the win. He was the underdog. but he looks sad out there. I don't like watching him.
Seems
saw a dead
Scared
body.
for him. Yeah,
Yeah.
I burnt his Patriots jersey. That's dead and gone. So
Wow. Did you
I,
burn
I don't
Tom's
even
too?
know. Hell no, man. That's the GOAT.
All right,
Come
good.
on.
Hey,
Come on.
Travis, go back to the standings and let's paint a little bit of a clearer image of exactly what Barry's team has done this year, because he touched on it earlier. If you sort down at the bottom, you click the points for and sort by points for. Just click that PF above the number.
Yeah, I'm sitting at 5.
Okay.
Five
Yeah,
overall.
click that. So that puts him at 5 overall. However, go ahead and click the points against, and he's going to be second to the last. So he has the second most points against him. So
I've
it's
been
been a
getting whooped up on.
combination of taking some injuries with losing Lamar, losing Amarian now. Who else did you lose? Is that your only injury so far?
That's pretty much it. Pearsall was out last week, so
A couple guys beat up, but then also you're just
Easy.
you're having bad matchups where you're having teams that are either good teams or just
It's very
having
telling.
good weeks against you, and that's going to give you losses, unfortunately.
Fantasy football, you don't play defense, right? It's just offense
No.
versus offense.
It
Do the
is.
best you can. At the same time, though, I've made some trades this year that could hurt me, right? I traded away Kyron Williams. I mean, he's a dog. I liked him. I drafted him for a
Dude,
reason.
he's
I
going
took a
crazy
shot.
right now.
I took a shot to get rid of him, and then the player I went for, that being Lamar, is out. So, there was choices that were made that could hurt my season or end my season. But anyway, we'll see. Y'all know I'm a big
What
Brees
week
Hall
did you
fan.
trade him?
I think it was 3.
3.
But
And he
Brees
played.
Hall, now my number one running back. I'm a big fan. I like Brees Hall better than the Jets like Brees Hall. So
Yeah, you've been high on Brees Hall since
I've
before
been
the
high
season
on
started.
for years.
You've been
So
good
Brees
this year.
Hall, if you catch this, man, I'm cheering for you. I hope you ball out for the Jets. In fact, I hope you get traded and ball out wherever you go.
Go ball
But
for the Chiefs.
Go ball out for the Chiefs. That's
Go
fine.
ball for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
That'd be incredible. I mean,
Man,
I saw
they
on
need
Twitter
help.
today. There's rumors though, like floating around with Kamara and Brees Hall about Texans, Chiefs.
Yeah.
I think both of those would be wonderful landing spots.
No, yeah, I
for
heard
both of those guys.
speculations preseason, even before I drafted Brees Hall.
Yep.
There were speculations that he might get drafted mid-season, depending on how the Jets are doing, which is obviously terrible. But
So, Barry, do you feel good about your team where it stands? Let's talk about your waiver wire ad, but also, do you have guys that you're looking to trade? Are you looking in a position to shake things up? Some of our previous guests that we've had on, whenever they were losing, they just wanted to see something different in the lineups each week.
Yeah.
Wanted to
It
bet on
worked for
somebody
Angel,
else. Are you
too.
feeling like that?
yeah, I've been interested. I love being on the show live. This is fun, right? Because I've watched it every week so far. Y'all, my boys, I love talking ball. But I've been interested listening to teams' perspectives on their interest or lack of interest in trading, especially when you're in a tough position. And it's hard to make that decision, especially hard to make that decision when you're kind of in a corner. Like I feel like my back's against the wall right now. So I'm nervous. I've got a second guess hesitation at the moment on being aggressive with my trades because I've already made some and this is where I'm at. So it's kind of that conundrum of you're down bad, you've got to do very well going forward. So maybe you need to make some significant changes. But then again, where's that going to get you? I don't know. So it's tough. It's tough. I feel shaky about my team. I know my team can put up points. If I could scratch out a win this week.
That's what you need. That's exactly what you need.
If you guys can pull up the schedule, you'll see the 4 teams that are ahead of me at 2 and 3, none of them are playing each other. There's a chance that all those 2 and 3 teams lose this week. I win, and I have a tiebreaker for points 4, and I'm right in 6th place. And I could have that lead for what would be a playoff spot at the end of this coming week, right? Of course, that's early. That's an early season playoff spot, but
the good thing is, though,
I have a
man,
look at it. I have a chance.
You got some winnable matchups coming up. Like Marco's very winnable. Hunter is winnable. He's one of the better teams, but definitely a winnable matchup. Austin's going to be a tough one, like for sure. And then Jeff's dealing with injuries and some stuff right now with Pollard not being as good as he normally is because Tajay Spears is coming back. So Jeff's got some stuff going on. And then Russell's been struggling this year. And then obviously Trey. Fantasy can go anyway, but Trey's not having a great year. So I mean, there's life, and to look at the standings, I mean, like you said, you're 1 win out of a ticket, 2 wins out of being the 5th seed.
And I'm telling you, all 4 of those teams ahead of me, none of them are playing each other this week. There is a real chance that all 4 of those teams lose. And if I win, I catapult.
Yeah, that's very true. Do you feel like you have to win out from here? How many more losses do you think you could take? One, maybe two?
I think one, and I'm looking at it like I have to win out, considering being 1-4. You're looking at it like you have to win out. Realistically, especially with how top heavy it is, which is in my favor. I want the winners to keep winning. I want the top to stay heavy, right? I want it to be a dogfight for scraps, and I'm trying to get some scraps. I want that 6 seed, and maybe I can get in the playoffs, and that would be sweet. But that's a long ways away. It's 1 week at a time. And so to answer your question on trades or trade interest, not this week. I need this win, see where we're at, and then maybe we can get some momentum going. If Trey's listening to this, I would like Derrick Henry. I have him in another league. I really do much enjoy having the same players in multiple leagues, so I could cheer for him. So might make a push for Henry, but after this week.
Yeah, I like where you're going with that, being kind of open to some things. Have you looked too at what your schedule looks like in your buys? I see you got weeks 8 and 9. You're going to suffer some bye week setbacks on weeks that are going to be must weeks. So you're just looking to make plans to prepare for that prior to that week, or you're going to have to start ahead of time?
No, I'll certainly have to make plans ahead of time, but we're gonna cross that bridge when we get there. At 1-4, I need this week's win, and that's why
1 week at a time,
waiver,
baby. 1 week
I
at a time.
dropped 4. I typically save my waiver for an all-star. I dropped 400 out of 500 fab dollars this week on a
let's pull up the waiver, Travis.
Gotcha. He may or may not work out, but I just got to plug somebody in. I've got to win this week.
Yeah, whenever I saw, I put in a waiver order on him as well. So did Travis, my brother, Jeff, quite a few people. It looks like tried to put a waiver on Ja'Cory Kroski-Merritt after he had an impressive game, kind of a breakthrough game for him there at Washington. And I saw the next morning. I said, okay, who won it? Barry did, $400. Yep, that's a statement buy, and you're in a position where you got to make a buy like that.
I saw it at 3:01 in the morning. I set an alarm, baby.
It was the first thing I checked. I woke up this morning at like 5 a.m., rolled over so I could check the ESPN app. My wife was like, "You're really looking at fantasy football at 5 a.m.?" I was like, "I just got to check something."
Got to check something.
You got to make sure I got him.
I checked at 2 o'clock because I was up with the baby and it hadn't gone through yet, and I almost upped my bid.
What were we gonna bump it to? Just curious. Was it 400?
I was gonna bump. I only have 300. I only have 300 total, and I had another waiver order in for the Green Bay defense, which I was happy.
I wanted that, and you got that over me too.
I know. No, I was gonna bump it to around 200. I had it at 217 originally, and moved it back down a little bit.
I went the highest 211. Where I had it was my highest, which was not going to be very. I went to 211. Was like, damn, I'm about to blow a lot of fab here.
Yeah. I was looking down. Actually, I didn't think of Ben bidding on him because Ben has a bunch of running backs already. But I was looking down to you, Travis, and a few others, and I was seeing if I should reduce my fab bid closer to those range. But I was actually worried that Channing, with the full budget, might go ball out on him. So I said, hey, I'm happy with 400. If I lose with 400, then it just is what it is. So, but I got him.
To be honest,
and maybe he balls out.
To play with.
What's promising, he was a preseason talent.
Favorite.
Yeah, people loved him preseason. So, and that's typical for rookies to have a slow start. So he might have a strong remaining season. I hope so. Unlike the point I want to make, Woody Marks the last 2 weeks where he goes like 27. Then I started him last week for 2 points. So now, Crosby gets 27 last week. I hope that he does better than 2 points this coming week when I need him most.
Oof.
Yeah,
this was crazy. 17 for 69, 5 targets to 8 touches total.
Yeah,
crazy.
He's on bye this week, so I'll reevaluate his place in my lineup going forward next week. But I'm locked in this week. The team I've got in right now, they've got to get me a win against Marcos. Marcos currently has a couple points projected on me, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, what's funny too, thinking about this week's waiver report, you see that Jeff, the Chilling with My Homies, put in a $40 bid on Bill himself. And same thing we saw last week where Russell dropped Rachaad White and I scooped him up. I think Travis put in a good bid on him too, a couple others. This week, Jeff just dropped him. He dropped him before this week.
Yeah.
And then immediately he's trying to go spend some fab on him, trying to get him back.
But
and he texted us the next morning, regret that he ever dropped him and lost that guy that he desperately could have needed.
Jeff,
Blue Jays eliminated the Yankees.
Oh wow! Sucks to suck. Anyway, love to hear that. Although I dislike the Blue Jays almost as much, but either way, yeah, no, maybe when Hampton comes back in a few weeks and maybe Woody Mark starts doing well and gets some running back depth, and I'll trade Crosby to Jeff.
Yeah, you'll gladly sell him high, huh?
Yeah, I'll sell him high here in a few weeks.
Who did he? I guess I can just go. Man, it's every day. What would be? It's Wednesday. What did he blow a budget on? Because doesn't he have like
Who are you looking at, Jeff?
Jeff? Yeah, I guess he's just been paying up weekly, 55, 85. I was like, why is his budget so low? Because like I bid. Mine was strategic. I looked at like what Jeff and Russell were doing because I didn't think you were gonna go after him, Ben. I really didn't. I was not. I actually didn't
I didn't
expect
think so
Barry
either.
to either. Yeah.
Hey, you can never have enough running backs in this league.
That's what I do. I'm always in. I'm always
Ben's a
throwing
shark,
waiver bids
man.
trying to grab. Yeah, dude. Hey, Ben's dialed this season, baby.
Ben's a shark.
Yeah,
Hey, bro,
dude,
last place last year will make you reconsider things.
Dude, it'll make you motivate. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
it'll motivate you.
I had 2 bad years, and I was like, man, fuck this. Like, I'm about to figure this out. All right.
Hey, but Jeff, y'all talked about it last week. Jeff is playing this year. He's more active than ever, right?
He is. He's making some moves, made some trades.
I told you guys Kiki's team was going to be good after the draft. Same night, Jeff was this year's. Both of them have been hits. Kiki's second place last year.
Kiki just does the craziest things. And
he does. Those are Rihanna brothers.
Any team players that might perhaps stumble across Pasta, Kiki, he makes the most things that make you go, He drafted Joe Burrow one year, like 3rd overall.
Like 4th, over, yeah.
He does some crazy stuff just to keep us on our toes. He really does.
I like it, dude. He's a wild card of the group, and I like it. I mean, hey, the man has conviction on players, as he did 3 trades total today, and I like it. I like that you have a conviction. You're willing to swing. It's like going down, swinging versus going down, like just standing and watching. Like always go down swinging. Don't ever just watch the 3rd strike. Like make your moves, have conviction, go do your thing. If it hits, great. If it doesn't,
you tried. At least you tried.
Yep. So I like it. I like when people have conviction about things. So, all right, Ben, give me some injuries that happened this year. And
not too much injuries. We'll be quick on this one. Amari and Hampton, as Barry already mentioned, he's going to sit out. He's going to miss some time. Went to the IR with an injury, and I think Kyler Murray also had a little bit of an injury and may miss some time. Nothing too crazy. Amari and Hampton is a big loss, especially to Barry, but he got a good replacement in grabbing Bill off the waivers. So not too much going on this week as far as big names, but Amarian definitely was a hit.
All right. I mean, especially because Najee just went down, and then Amari and Hampton looked like a top 5 running back rest of the season. It just was
but
just
he wasn't a first round draft or anything like that. He was a little early. He was probably 5th rounder or so like that.
Like I think he took him like in the 4th round. Right. I'm pretty sure.
I took him either 4 or 5. Somewhere.
Yeah, it was like 4 or 5. But I mean, still was looking like a good pick. But I want to ask you a question. So Barry, you I noticed this is in other leagues with like picks involving, you're very aggressive in trading, especially early in the season. But in the Tebow league, it feels like you sit and you kind of wait, and like you usually make like moves. I think a few years in a row now, like weeks 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. After kind of you've gotten some data. So we had a trade last week where you sent me ETN for a little bit of receiver depth. Like you're pretty kind of low in receiver, and I was giving you a starting quarterback. Yeah, you needed it. It was you say I'm a good salesman, but it was a logic. It was thinking from your perspective on what you needed that week to win.
I needed the wide receiver. I'd be willing to drop May. I needed the wide receiver.
Yeah, I mean, but May was going to be your starter that week too. I mean, and he's going to be your starter this week. Like he's weekly good ranked quarterback, and that caters to it too. So you gave me ETN, and obviously getting Hampton hurt the very next week just sucks because now you have to pay $400 to get Bill, which could be wonderful. True. But you would have had ETN just in that lineup, and this a little thoughts, just like what's your thoughts on that trade looking now into week 6?
Well, I guess we'll wait to see how Crosby
Bill does.
We'll see how he performs this week, right? But assuming he does decent, like even just double digits, if I can get 10 to 15 out of Crosby, I'm not going to be thrilled. But if I get in that range, I would not take the trade back that I made with you. I still feel confident about that trade. I feel really good about this young man.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, I mean, he was another preseason high prospect for fantasy, and we know rookies are typically going to start slow. And he's the number one wide receiver in Carolina. So if they can get something going, he's going to keep getting fed these targets, and he's a tremendous talent. His athleticism is great. So that's promising. That's always promising.
Jumps off the page. I mean, and also like just to think about how rookies usually play in fantasy, they're usually like a later kind of like you said it, like a later catch fire playoff push into next year being like a second, third, fourth round pick. I mean,
Right.
Tet's wide receiver 25 in a full point PPR. That's low end wide receiver too.
Yeah.
And like who's to say he doesn't just catch fire with like matchups like in the fantasy playoffs, like with the Saints, Bucks, and Seattle, like, and then the Bucks
Right.
again if you play late. I mean, these have been just point
Yeah, I
givers.
think he's got no touchdowns this season, right? He's
Nope,
he's
that's
getting
the
the
issue.
targets, right? His points, he's not far from getting big points. He could easily get, he could have 3 out of 5 out of the next 5 games could be 20-point games, right? He's got that type of potential. So
Yeah,
I feel okay
and
about that.
with him having as many targets as he does consistently, it keeps him a high floor. You're not getting a 3-point game out of him typically. You know, you're not getting a 2-point fluke of a game that you're going to have to deal with. It could cost you. You're probably getting double digits, or at least you're going to be floating around there for a floor, and that's really valuable whenever you're talking about must-win weeks. You can afford a 10-point, you can't afford a 2-point. You can always hope for a 15 to 20-point game.
Golly, I'd rather have that Carolina receiver than AJ Brown right now. You know?
I mean, AJ Brown was drafted high and just been so inconsistent. I mean, and to think about your trade, ETN is what you gave up to me. Running backs are hard to come by, so that's the point of kind of paying a higher end receiver. But ETN had his lowest performance of the week, and wasn't going to help you this week.
Yeah,
so.
ETN, he had a really big rookie season, I believe, and then he's been so-so ever since. The greatest value he brings to fantasy is receiving, but Jacksonville sputtering. Trevor Lawrence really doesn't look that good. I know he had an amazing game winner against the Chiefs, but he doesn't look that impressive. They're not. I wouldn't call him a high power offense. I don't know. I don't have the data right in front of me, but I don't know. I'm not that confident in ETN. He's splitting a lot of time. I know they got rid of Bigsby, but they did that just so they could step Tootin up. It wasn't so they could give ETN the whole show. It was because they had another good number 2. So that's just the type of role they run in Jacksonville. And I feel good getting rid of him. I got him on the trade with Kiki, and I actually let Kiki choose who to give me, either Kenneth Walker or ETN. And he was originally giving me Walker because he's a big ETN fan. Kiki is. He said he had him in previous years, so he felt good about it. But apparently his friends, a different group chat, talked him into giving me ETN rather than Walker. It's fine. I was just going to take whoever. I just wanted.
That's his counsel he talks about, man.
Yeah,
That's
he's got a counsel. Apparently he's got some outside counsel. Yeah, I know.
Well, he should look to change counsel.
Yeah, hey, I'll give you honest advice. I mean, I think anybody in this room would like. I'll give you some honest advice.
Travis will sell you.
I will.
Travis gonna sell you on his play.
Man, don't.
There is yeah, you are.
I mean,
damn, Travis.
Travis sold Ibuka for a CD today.
I saw that.
I did get it. I did get it. I was on the fence. I was on the fence.
Travis knows
number
ball
3 wide receiver overall.
As good as any. Travis knows ball as good as anyone. That's the truth. But there is maybe a little subconscious bias there that he might not even be aware of.
There's some salesmanship built into that. There's a lot of salesmanship built into that.
If CeeDee Lamb put up this numbers, that'd be CeeDee Lamb. We'd be like, yeah, that's CeeDee Lamb. Like, I traded for CeeDee Lamb just because I think he's going to have more like a more volume based role. But Ibuka has been wonderful. CeeDee Lamb's hurt. Kiki needs to win. Like he's just like you, Barry. He is in a win now situation.
You're right.
CeeDee could be gone 2 weeks. Ibuka's giving you CeeDee level ceiling right now, and he gets a running back in return with Kittle. I'm taking on injuries, man. I got Evans, suspension.
You're in a position to. He's in a position not to. It totally makes sense. I think I love Emeka. I've got him in another league. Really proud to have him. I think he's obviously a great player, but I think he's bound to have a little bit of a regression just because he's not going to get all the touchdowns once Mike Evans is back and worked in and Godwin's back in the system and Baker's balling with a different set of guys. But I agree with what you're saying. Kiki's in a spot where he's got to win now, and Abuka's putting up points now, and CD's not playing right now. So kind of is what it is. I hate that he gave him to you. I was really trying to get him myself. Last thing I needed was to have to go play against CD in the playoffs. Hopefully, if I make the playoffs and come across Travis
and CMC and Jacobs and Josh Allen and Kittle.
Yeah, selfishly, some of my frustration is the same. I was trying to get CD back the week he got hurt, so I could get a CD. Who's my other wide receiver? I just blanked on him. They say he's good. People draft him high usually for the Bengals.
Oh, T. Higgins.
Oh, Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase. They say he's good, right? So
they say
I was hoping to
put up 30 points last week.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he's great.
Garbage points, but thank God.
He's either 6 or 35.
Lines.
Yeah,
as a Justin Fields owner in Sleeper, it doesn't matter because it's just stats. We just created this game. I just need stats. I don't care when they happen.
5 points or 35 points from that guy. He'll win you or lose you your week.
Dude, but you got to start him.
Crazy.
You can't
You have to start him.
You have to start
him. Okay, it was 101. That was 101 pick right there that you're looking at right now. It was 101.
Yeah.
I traded out of that spot to avoid him.
So Joe Flacco is the new starting quarterback for the Bengals. Right?
Is that an upgrade?
Is that
better days to come? Yeah, it's an upgrade.
He's 40 years old.
Upgrade. I don't know if it's upgrade. It's something. What they're doing wasn't working. It's something. Like Joe Flacco.
He's got to be. Yeah, he's got to be smart enough, right? Exactly. Yeah. He's got to be smart enough to at least throw to Chase. Send it out there.
I would literally just force feed him. I'd be like, this motherfucker's got somebody right on him. Just win it. Just win it. Like we paid you.
That's what we've seen they do with Justin Jefferson the last 2 years. This year and last year. I mean, Darnold balled out, obviously, but
they're still just force feeding Jefferson.
McCarthy and Wentz both just force feed him. That's what he does. He's a playmaker. He gets open. If you got somebody with experience, he's for it.
And people like that, even when they're not open, they're open.
That's his job to get open.
Chad Ochocinco. What they call him? He was like IHOP or Waffle House, something like that.
Always open
24/7.
Always open. I mean, if you're a struggling NFL team, you just have to get the ball in your playmakers' hands. That's how I feel about Jamar Chase and the Bengals. That's how I feel about Breece Hall and the Jets. Just give the ball to the playmakers. Let them eat. Let them work. That's your only chance. You're struggling. Anyway, that's my piece on it. I don't think Bengals management or Jets management are going to be listening to this show, unfortunately, but they damn should.
Honestly, this would be 3 good hires. Like whatever you hired us as, it would be 3 really good, solid hires. Will perform toward your team.
Yeah,
so cheap compared to what they paid those other guys.
Real cheap, dirt cheap.
Yeah. And that's all 32 franchises. There's no bias.
You're probably right.
Patriots. No. No bias from me. Minnesota, Chicago, if you see this and you come knocking, I will come work for you.
I can't go to a division team. I'm willing. I'm up for any of the teams. I can't go to the Jets.
I love my Packers. I'd still love them.
Yeah.
But I would make strategic moves against them.
This group, mid-season consulting, all we need is a sideline pass and some free beer. We'll put the work in.
To be honest. It'd be a hell of a return.
All right, Travis, what we got coming up?
All right, man. So we got let me do a little bit of playoff primer here. So I'm gonna go back to the standings and gonna talk about that's gonna lead me into the matchup of the week and highlighting week six matchups. But we've really kind of pretty much locked down 3 playoff spots without anything really happening. 1 through 3, 1 through 4-ish is pretty much locked up. Jeff got an 85% chance. I looked this up. This goes into your team and their projections too. So it's not just like how many games are left. So it's kind of interesting how they come up with this. But so going into the week 6 matchups and people who are kind of on that cusp, like Barry, Russell, Marcos, Kiki, these guys, Angel, a lot of them, really, truly. I want to highlight the matchup of the week I'm gonna talk about this instead. We got Barry and Marcos, 8th and 10th, both looking to get in here. Very close projection. And then also Angel and Hunter. Hunter's sitting in the 5th spot. Um, Angel sitting in the 6th spot. This is going to flip flop somehow. So one of these guys might be out of the playoffs. One of these guys might be up to the 5th spot. Um, so these are some playoff primer matchups. And then a matchup of the week, it's your undefeated matchup between Austin and I. Um, I made a trade to get rid of Mbuka for another injured player, so that hurts my chances this week. But with Josh Jacobs and McCaffrey and Puka and Allen, we can win any week. So we'll see who comes out on top and see who's the last one undefeated.
All right,
All
I
right.
like it. Barry, do you have anything before we sign off?
No, we're gonna do power rankings real quick.
Oh, power rankings. My bad. My bad. Power
I
rankings.
was totally down to skip power rankings, but yeah, Travis, good matchup. You can eat the loss. You don't have to sweat it. Maybe you win. That's just for pride. And then I'm obviously cheering for Hunter big against Angel this week. So let's
All
hear
right,
power
well,
rankings.
power rankings. This is last week's, and then going into week 6. I talked about him. I thought his performance was impressive. Mac Jones, but matchup of the week. Me and Austin here. Not really much changing. Top 3 spots all kind of remaining the same. Jeff going up 1 for getting a win. Hunter going down 1 for getting a loss. Marco's right in the middle of the pack. Russell gets a win, comes up 2. Kiki, I don't know if Kiki won or lost to be honest, but he felt right at 8.
He lost.
Lost, still
Rest
felt
of the
right at
week.
8. Barry,
He'll be chugging.
yeah. Barry, -2, getting an L. You moving down a little bit, and then the last 3.
Fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I mean it's not too much movement really. Last 3 are pretty even. I thought about maybe putting Channing above Trey, but I still think Trey has a better team than Channing, so we're gonna leave him down there at the bottom. That's your week 6 power rankings, gentlemen. Any thoughts on this? Any insight?
Yeah. So for the power rankings, we've got 2 remaining teams undefeated and 2 remaining teams that do not have a win. Is that correct?
Yes, that'd be
Yes.
Trey and Channing with no wins, and then me and Austin. Who are they playing this week? I wonder if when they play each other. Yeah, Trey's got Russell, and then Channing's got Jeff. Low-key, Channing's team's not like they could win,
Well, it just
especially
didn't
if
have a
Chuba's
manager
gone.
for the first 4 weeks. There's
He'll,
nobody making roster moves.
well, he'll have Swift probably filling in for Godwin, I would
True.
assume.
Yep.
I mean, and that's not a bad lineup, man. Like Ferguson's a really good tight end right now. No CD, they're feeding that boy.
Michael
Jaden
Carter.
Daniels back. I mean, if Mark Carter's probably gonna be a good starter, but if there's no Chuba, Rico is going against Dallas, and I mean, he already posted like a revenge post, so like he wants to at least get in the end zone, right? Like I think Rico's a great start if there's no Chuba Hubbard there. Sucks he's got Jefferson on bye, but I'd like to see Channing rattle off a few wins and just make it like a last season push, maybe like 4 or 5 wins at the very end after being 0-5. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I agree. We're all cheering for him. Not to
But
win a
all right,
championship, but we're all
no, no,
selfishly
no,
looking for
no,
that.
no.
But you know,
I want him to feel good about
consolation
next year's
prize.
chances,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
he'll
yeah.
buy in a little bit. Do 150 next year, huh? But all right, man. Well, that's week 6. Ben, any thoughts? Barry, any thoughts before we get out of here?
Nope. I'm excited to see how Barry does going forward. I think he's not out of it yet, but he's damn close. So it's a must-win week after week. I'm watching his weeks coming up in 8 and 9 with those buys. I'm gonna see how he navigates that. Probably try to shoot him some trades over in the next couple weeks. See if I can't steal up any last of his good players he's got.
Don't make any trades. Be like Trey. No more trades.
Yeah, that's my sign off as well. Thanks for having me on. I asked to come on knowing that my playoff chances are dwindling. This could be my only chance to come join the show this season. So I hope that the before mentioned 4 teams all lose. I get to win this week. I'm back in it. Maybe I can string some more wins together and have a shot at the playoffs and come back and join the show later this season.
Man, it'd be possible. I'd like to hear your redemption story, and I believe in you, man. You're a good manager, so I'd like to see it squeak in and get a ticket.
Heck yeah.
Ben,
I'm good, man. I'm excited for what's to
all right.
come.
All right, man. He's lurking here. He's lurking in the 3 seed, looking to have the same record as as the number 2 seed. So
I'm looking to come steal a bye. That's what I'm doing.
yeah,
I'm looking to come
he's
steal a
lurking.
bye.
He's lurking, man. So is Jeff. But all
All
right,
right.
guys.
To
Well,
clarify real quick before we sign off, right? We've got no divisions. So top 2
no.
overall get the
Yep.
buys. And then we've got 2 games to be eliminated within the playoffs. So
2 week playoff.
2 weeks, thank you.
Yeah, man.
Very
I
good.
mean, I like it. I like it that way. That way,
Yeah.
just keeps it open for everybody.
I've always loved it too. The short season hurts, but anyway, thank you guys for having me on.
After next week, we'll officially be halfway through the season, and that's where you really got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, "Are we going to make it or not?"
Yep.
All right, we'll see y'all next week.
Later.
Oh, all right, my bad. I messed up that first take pretty good. Made a mess, got the bubble burps, all that. But my ceremonial announcement was that this is a bittersweet tall boy chug. Sweet, Patriots beat up on the Panthers this weekend. Sweet, the Red Sox took the game 1 dub against the Yankees tonight. And of course, bitter because I'm the low score loser. So this one's for you boys. What's left of it. I swear I drank the first half, but here goes the rest.